Hey, fight fans, welcome back. It's Maddie Levine, and I'm so excited for March 25th because the Park Theater in Cranston, Rhode Island is about to be transformed into an oasis for boxing fans. And with me, I have the owner of the Park Theater, Ed Brady, and I have basically Cranston royalty, CEO of CES Boxing, Jimmy Sr., Jimmy Burchfield. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So I think we need to start off by talking about how, Ed, you completely transformed this place. Now, it's my understanding that this was vacant for a while.
Yeah, so this was vacant in COVID for about 2.5 years, and I was serving on the council right across the street. I kept seeing the auction signs go up, and I didn't know what it was going to be, and then kind of got wind of what it could be, and I didn't like hearing what it could be. So I talked to the Ethics Commission and to see if there was an option of how I could navigate through that without anyone saying there was a conflict of interest with me being involved in public service. And they told me the best route was to resign. Kind of gave it the weekend because I was really enjoying bringing people together in public service, and then resigned. And here we are. It was a leap of faith, but my partner, Jeff Quinlan, has been behind me since the beginning. And to rally a community to kind of bring this back to life, a 99-year-old community theater, to have the option for March 25th to work with one of my original mentors and one of the coolest people around, and definitely the GOAT in promoting. I'm very, very excited, but we've got a wide range of programming. It's been about a year of day by day. When you're reviving anything, you never know what an old building's going to throw at you, but it's been a lot of fun, and we're really, really excited for what's ahead.
I'd be scared that this place is haunted. Have you seen any ghosts?
I think
I'd be so scared.
I think they're good ghosts. I think the energy is,
Solid
light
energy.
flickering and stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah, like when they hear the laughter, when they hear the cheers, when they hear the music, I think they're kind of like, thank you. And there's a lot of history, behind us. And this building is certainly bigger than me or my partner or anything. We got to keep protecting it. We got to keep it alive. And I can't wait to see March 25th what we come up with. Yeah.
So what I'm really interested in is how a group like you, or a duo like you rather, become friends, because you guys both have solidified your own careers separately. You both become very well-known people in the community. So how did this relationship start?
I remember I was a young promoter. I was just moving back from LA, and I started a promotion company. I was selling copy machines. I hated that job.
Coffee machines.
Coffee machines, yeah.
Tell me you're getting old.
I know. I know. So, but when I lived in LA, there was a company out there called 944.com, and they were vibrant in magazine scene, vibrant in entertainment. And I had just started taking pictures in nightclubs and events for free, and certainly saw the wanted to take pictures and learn more about, obviously, our only professional sport here in Rhode Island. And went into his office. I remember there was pictures up on the wall. It was so intimidating waiting for him as a young 22, 23-year-old promoter. And it was just a magical room. And I remember he did everything possible not for me to feel intimidating, and kind of has been a great mentor, a great friend, a great coach throughout the whole process as I've evolved and came into entrepreneurship and learned through the process. I'll always go to him for advice. He's the best in the business, and I'm really fortunate to be able to get that guidance and advice from him.
Jimmy, what was your initial reaction the first time you met Ed?
I seen a young Jimmy Burchfield, actually. And
Wow.
That's a good compliment. Yeah, thank you, sir.
And he reminded me somewhat of a young Gary Tiger Boletto. I've always told Gary that he reminded me so much of myself, because you can't teach certain things. You got to have work ethic in you. And to be a promoter, you got to be made out of cast iron. Your insides have to be made out of cast iron. And what people don't understand is that every time we put a show on, whether it's a comedy show, whether it's a concert, a country western, we don't know if we're going to get paid or not. It's all a financial risk. In the promotion of combat sports, we're regulated. We can't just do anything we want to do. So I've kept a close contact with Eddie. I love him. I'm so impressed with him. And he got a tremendous partner, and you needed that. You needed that lift. But I could see, like with Eddie, and I would smile on just seeing the things that he was making happen. I was never satisfied. When I had my classic restaurant, we'd have a Friday or a Saturday night that they were bulging at the walls. We couldn't get more people in. And what I would do is get my team together on Monday and say, how are we going to make next weekend better? And that's what Eddie has kept doing. So when listen, politically, in the political arena, temporarily maybe, we've lost a potential big time leader in the political arena, because Eddie worked very hard to become to get voted on at the council, and he loved Cranston, he loves Rhode Island. His relationships not only with the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, the Independent Party, he gets it. He knows how to put people together. One of my strengths in my whole life is putting people together. We get a star like you, Maddie, when you see talent, I can read it. I can read talent. I have the foresight to understand, hey, I want this person on my team. This person's real. This excitement. What we're going to do here on March 25th, we've both been working a long time for this. And my son Jimmy has an unbelievable relationship with Eddie. He says, this is family. This isn't, this is real. This is real, that we want to grow this potential. What I see March 25th, if anyone's not at this event, at this beautiful, historic Park Theater, they're crazy. Because
They're missing out.
They're missing out, because this is going to be like Times Square on New Year's Eve. Mark my words to that. This is the excitement. When we go into an event like this now, I don't want some of my people that usually sit at ringside. They're going to have ringside. It's going to be a little different setup. We are going to have a Jimmy's Club Platinum. It may take us a few shows to get where we want to get, but it's going to be a great setting.
But I think that's what's most exciting, is that you're willing to evolve as the years go on. Yeah. And I think you, of all people, have brought boxing to Rhode Island in such a big way that people look to New England for martial arts in general now because of promotions like CES. So, I mean, Ed, now that you're having your hand in getting this show here, how does it feel to be a part of the CES brand now?
Humbled, surreal. I've done a lot of reflection in the last few weeks, just kind of looking back at the whole process. And, you know, you're getting coached when you don't even realize you're getting coached, right, Maddie, in life. And, you know, it's crazy how we've got here, but I'm beyond excited to keep learning. You know, obviously, who better than
the Burchfields? I mean, come on now.
And it's exciting, and I can't even quantify where this can go. The sky is the limit.
It takes a certain eye to walk into a theater and say, I'm going to put a ring in that theater. So we're actually sitting where the ring is going to be, right? Mm-hmm. So kind of walk me through what Fight Night on March 25th is going to look like.
Well, you know, one of the interesting things about this venue is not a lot of people, every person that comes in, they go, wow, I can't believe how big this is. They know about the theater, but they don't know about the other rooms. So it's going to be vibrant throughout the entire building. There's going to be a great after party after, and I can't wait to watch, because I watched those old school fights in theaters like this, and to watch it from above, I mean, that's where
so you were saying, like, up there, that's going to be VIP, because it's like the perfect shot. We got an after party in the cafe.
Be able to see it on both screens, after party in the cafe.
Love it.
So I mean, there's not going to be a bad seat in this house, which is going to be great.
And Jimmy, for you, watching boxing evolve for decades, I don't mean to age you, but we've been watching it for a couple years. We've been watching it for a little bit now. What is, to you, the best way that boxing has evolved in the years? Like, what excites you the most?
What excites me the most is opening up a new venue like this. It motivates me. It gets me excited. You know, we can have the vision because we have so much wisdom and knowledge to try to fix things the best we can right off the top, right off the go. But when you've got willing and enthusiastic partners working together, you go to the moon. You know, you can. Eddie, sometimes the other day we had an unbelievable press conference here. I mean, it was magic. People got back to me with the excitement that was in the room, and even the fighters all got back to me, and they were all excited about fighting here. And you know, there was, in that press conference was on International Women's Day, and we right here at the Park Theater, there's all their management is all woman, female. And we're going to be launching also, yes, Maddie, you as well, but we're going to announce someone else I'm very excited about, first female boxing ring announcer.
Love that.
And Margaret Cresta, and she's just unbelievable. And again, it's the relationships of Eddie and I to involve with this. So we're going to make other stars too. And that's what excites me. Not only making the fighters, giving them the opportunity, and it's demanding. It's a challenge. It really is. But it also, the cast here at the Park Theater, the cast of Margaret being a ring announcer, and other people we're going to keep putting together, it's just going to be amazing.
It's a lot of talented people in one room. So let's talk about the talent. Let's get to the fighters here. I'm seeing a lot of heavy hitters on this card, which is really exciting. What are some of the fighters that, I mean, you're most excited to watch? Are there certain fighters that we need to be looking out for?
Well, every single fighter on that card is someone I want to watch because they have potential to be world champions. We start with the main event. It's a 4-time female world champion. What Jimmy Burchfield did several years ago is I gave the females an opportunity to fight. I got condemned by most promoters, telling me, why am I doing this? They don't belong fighting. They'll never be able to do a main event. They'll never be able to fight on television. In March of 2023, female fighting, both in MMA and boxing, one of the hardest things in the world right now. Okay? So that's where it's gone. And Jamie was a pioneer in all of this. And what I like is her training right now, Kathy Taylor and Stevie Coleman. And I mean, she's an ambassador. You want to talk about boxing. At her age, to be in the shape that she's in right now, and you will see, she's in a tough fight here in this arena, in this theater. But she is someone that keeps my motors running as well.
And how old is she now, Jimmy?
She's 46 years old. And, you know.
Incredible.
And when she came to me.
Making me look like a schlep.
No, when she came to me and said, I want this opportunity, I said, you go get all your medicals done. You have a doctor tell me that you're okay and fit to fight, and we'll go to work. And that's what she did.
She looks incredible.
Yeah, she really does.
She's
working with a good physical therapist, so I've heard.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. Tell us who it is.
Ross Levine. I hear he's
15-second commercial.
I heard he's a pretty good turbo physical
and guess
therapist.
What? She loves him.
Yeah. I heard. But great main event. I mean, you know, knowing that it's a female main event has a special place in my heart. But there's a lot of great killers on this card, and tickets still available. Correct?
For a short time.
Yeah, they're going fast.
They're going pretty fast though.
Yeah.
We're counting down the days. So
I'm most excited about seeing Gary Jr. He's in addition to that fight, you know, he's fighting someone else that also is an MMA fighter and a boxing fighter.
Yeah.
The Boletto family in general, as we know, is just an inspirational story. They're fighters in general, and the way that they've raised those kids. Aiden's also on the amateur card. Just such a humble family, such a kind fair. You know, you can tell when you're having a conversation with them, they're genuine, they're kind, they're honest. And even what I've seen in his defeats, I've watched him rise again. And, you know, as we all know, it's been a hard few years, Maddie, you know, and we all kind of got to keep getting back up. And I think that's the brilliant part of fighting. You know, it shows that we got to get back up, keep going.
That's what champions do. And picture this, Gary Jr., called the Batman. That's his nickname. And Aiden
Is he Robin or
is 17. Yeah,
did he do,
17
he didn't do
years,
it? Come on.
17 years old. They could walk here from their house. They could
I love
walk
it.
here at the Park Theater.
I love it.
So, being the promoter of their dad, and then these two young guys are fighting. I'm the promoter for both of them. And one of the other things, and it's a two-tier situation. We have USA Amateur Boxing in the afternoon. So there's a matinee show in the afternoon where Aiden's going to be fighting. Now, these kids fighting USA Amateur eventually leads them to represent the United States of America in the Olympics. So it's just a loaded, stacked card day and night.
If you were to pick one word to describe March 25th.
Electric.
You don't need any other word but that. It's electric. I told
Electric.
you. It's New Year's Eve right in New York City. That's what this is going to be.
Red carpet event. People dressing up, having fun.
There better be a red carpet. I don't know if you guys watched the Oscars. They didn't go with the red carpet this year. I don't know what that was about. Did you steal the red carpet? Is that
I
what
might have. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
Well, we went and get it.
Okay,
That's why they didn't have it.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So Saturday, March 25th, there's no other place to be except the Park Theater in Cranston, Rhode Island for a huge boxing event. Jimmy, Ed, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.